You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ross Palumbo, and here are your top stories at this hour. We are on storm watch tonight as one of two storms barrels towards Southern California at this moment. A live look right now at our weather radar. Take a look at this. Woo, you can see the storm system right there in the green. Dani Ruberti is tracking the storm's path and has all the details in your next weather forecast. Dani, that looks like a monster.
I know, it looks like a green monster headed our way, Ross, and we are going to get in on this action going into the next several hours. This is that cold front that we've been talking about. You can see areas in Northern California, San Francisco, getting hammered with the rain right now as we zoom things out. You can see that big, beautiful trough of low pressure. It's off the coast right now. This is sending the cold front in, and this is what's tapping into that weak atmospheric river, and this is going to bring the rain right here at home. Now, as we zoom into our area, you can see things are fairly calm, but just to the north of us, you can see all that rain through San Luis Obispo right now, and this is tracking closer to us. It's not going to be until overnight that we really get in on some of this heavy stuff, but in the next couple hours, some of us will start to see some of those sprinkles, mostly cloudy skies right now. So let's talk about what's next. Rain just hours away. Thursday is going to be a soaker. We are talking heavy rain at times, especially for the morning commute, and then a stronger storm. Yes, I know this one does seem strong, but a stronger one's moving through next week, and this is when flooding is going to be a bigger concern. So for Los Angeles tomorrow, we are looking at a rainy day. Heaviest in the morning for that commute. Low 50s in the morning. We could get some thunderstorms. It's going to be windy in the morning time. Highs only climbing to the upper 50s in the afternoon. So it is going to feel like a completely different story compared to earlier this week. Let's check out how this all times out. Here's that rain that starts moving in at about 10:45 through Ventura County, and you can see areas like Thousand Oaks getting in on this action. Very light at this point. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. A lot of you are asleep, and that's when we're going to start to see this rain taking over through Ventura County, high deserts, into the metro area. You can see that in Los Angeles at about 5 o'clock, and then 6:15 tomorrow morning. Here's that line of rain, the reds and the oranges indicating the heaviest rain starts to push into Orange County really between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning time. I know this is bad timing. This is when a lot of us have to get out there on the road. So if you can hold off on travel in the morning, that's going to be your best bet. I know a lot of us can't, so we're going to try to get you through this. We get to about 8 to 9 o'clock, and you can still see that heavy rain, especially through areas like Laguna Niguel, snow up in the mountains, that green over in the Inland Empire, but we could get a little cell moving through right there between 8, 9, and 10 o'clock in the morning time, with snow up in the mountains and some of that rain lingering in the Inland Empire early in the afternoon. And once this cold front gets through, it's a fast mover, we'll still see some lingering showers and even storms in the afternoon. Even Thursday, 11:30 at night, you can see a thunderstorm rolling through Orange County towards the Inland Empire, with most of that rain Friday lingering up in the mountains, but will actually start drying out Friday going into Saturday. Now, my concern is going to be that next storm that rolls in Sunday. Here it is right here on your screen. You can see that's going to zip down the coast. It's going to kind of stall out over Northern California. And this one is literally going to drag that atmospheric river into Southern California. And this is when we're dealing with big flood concerns. So coming up at KCAL News at 8, we're going to continue to talk about how much rain we could see, but we're also going to break down for you the concerns with this next storm. So Ross, next 7 days, they are going to be wild out there.
You know what, Dani? It's a 1-2 punch, but what's keeping us going is a smile on your face and the knowledge that this time next week, the sunshine is going to come back, right?
You know it always does in Southern California, so we can look forward to that.
All right. Well, we're looking forward. Thanks a lot, Dani.
Thanks.
Many communities across the region are bracing for this storm and the potential damage that comes along with all of it. There are also high surf and flooding concerns along the coast, and KCAL's Leslie Marine is in Seal Beach tonight.
We're standing right along the coast here in the city of Seal Beach, and I want to show you the preparations already underway for flooding. Take a look. This is just one of 5 pump stations across the city that the city has set up for areas that are prone to flooding. This parking lot we're standing in here has flooded many times. In fact, at one point, we actually saw a car floating here when it did flood previously. You can see behind me there, they do have the tractor ready to just make sure they reinforce that berm here. Seal Beach, just one of several coastal cities, not only dealing with definitely the storm we have coming, one of 2 that begins tomorrow morning, but also with potentially high surf. We're talking about waves possibly up to 9 feet. I do want to show you a sign, an advisory that the city has placed at this parking lot, just to give you an idea of what they're telling residents here. You can see this sign reads, high surf advisory remains in effect from 8 a.m. Thursday to 2 p.m. Monday. That is all weekend long. They're just warning people not to park in this parking lot because it does flood. It's prone to flooding. So we're talking to residents about how they're preparing tonight. We're also talking to lifeguards about what they're doing. One of their concerns, swift water rescues. So tonight, we will have all that coming up at 9 p.m.
All right, Leslie, we know you're on it. Thank you so much. Let's go now to KCAL's Lauren Posen with a look at San Gabriel, the valley preparations there.
I'm Lauren Posen in Duarte, where we are on storm watch for not one, but two storms. We're right near the fish fire burn scar. So, of course, one of the big concerns in this neighborhood, says it right here on the sign, mud flow. So let's take a short little walk in the neighborhood here. I want to show you what it looks like. You can see it's a little different, right? These houses have K-rails in front of them. And one house down the street there has sandbags too. Again, and the concern with the storms coming through, that mud is going to flow down and potentially get into these homes. So we are going to continue to work this neighborhood, talk to people here, see what other things they've done to prepare, and we'll have a full report for you starting tonight on KCAL News. We'll see you then.
And as Lauren and Leslie just said, all coming up at 8 more coverage. This just in, the House of Representatives has just passed a $79 billion tax cut package. The bipartisan bill passed by a vote of 357 to 70, surpassing the 2/3 majority needed. It expands the child tax credit, allowing for more families to qualify now, while raising the amount per child this year and the next. The bill also revives tax breaks for businesses like research and development deductions. The measure now moves over to the Senate. Riverside police have made arrests in a deadly fentanyl overdose case. Officials say Christopher Lucio was hospitalized in November, where he tested positive for fentanyl and later died. After several search warrants, officers arrested Jacelyn Sherman and Miguel Garcia for allegedly selling that fentanyl. Police also seized drugs and guns. David Mullins is also in custody now for allegedly supplying the drugs. All three are charged with murder. Well, this has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. We will be back live on KCAL News at 8 here on CBS Los Angeles.